Hi, my name is Amit. I'm on a mission of making AI so simple that anyone can understand it. In our last episode, we have talked about ridge regularization. In this episode, we are going to talk about another version of regularization called Lasso regularization. Let's see that with an example. In our L2 regularization, we have added lambda times m square. M is the weight of the model. So this is the error term we have to minimize, and this is the ridge regularization term we have to minimize to get a balanced m for the linear model. So what happens with Lasso regularization? So this is our training data, these bubbles, and you can think of this model which is going across all these points and creating an overfitted model. Overfitted model generally performs good on training data but very bad on test data. So we have to find a balanced m in case of our linear regression model, right? M is weight and T is the bias. So we have to find such an m so that the model performs good on training data as well as test data. So what do we have to add in loss function? So if, for example, this is your linear regression equation, then this is your loss function, this is your error term. So what else you add extra in L1 regularization? The lambda times the absolute value of m. How do you compute absolute value? You just take, for example, m here is a scalar, so it will be a constant, but if it is a vector, then you take each term, square it, and then take a square root and then multiply with the hyperparameter lambda to control how much of this L1 regularization you want in our machine learning model. When do we use L1 and when do we use L2? The number of features are very high. You're not sure which features are important for the data. You generally go with L1 regularization because it makes weights of all those features which are not important as 0. So those features are not considered in training the machine learning model. And when do you use L2? L2 you use when there are features which are very correlated. So what do we learn? So whenever we have to reduce the overfitting in our machine learning model, we use Lasso regularization, and this is the equation. Okay, so this is our squared error term, which is an error, right, that we have to minimize, and then lambda times absolute value of m. So this is the L1 regularization term, and this total is the loss function now, and we optimize this to find the weights of the best ML model. So if you learned something today, then save this reel and follow for more such content.